Okay, so we're going to do a quadratic, solve a quadratic using the TI-84 plus. All right, so let's let me write down a quadratic here. Y equals negative 2x squared plus 13x minus 20. And this one is solvable. Let's use or write down the generic form of a quadratic. Y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, where the coefficient next to the x squared, right, in this case is negative 2, is a, and the coefficient next to the x is b, as you can see here, and then negative 20 is going to be c. All of the coefficients are on one side of the formula, and then y is on the other. And there is, of course, a formula to solve this. This is when you equal this to 0, right? When you equal the equation to 0, you can solve it as x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay, so the coefficients here, a is equal to what? Negative 2, right? And then b is equal to what? 13, and c is equal to negative 20. All right, now let's pop it into the quadratic. So in this case, if we put a 0 here, we can use this formula, and we get x equals negative b, which is negative, and then the 13. You could put a parenthesis here if you like, okay, and do 13. So you know that when you pop in a number, even if this was a negative 13, we know that we would have to multiply those. This is something that is not necessary, but if you like, you can put it there. Plus or minus the square root of, this one too, you could put a parenthesis here. This one's going to be 13, and then squared. Why would we want to do that? Because if we have a negative value in here, like a negative 13, we would need these parentheses. Look, if we just say negative 13 and then we squared it, enter, it's going to give you a negative 169. And that's not the value that we want here. That's if this was a negative 13. I know, they're like, you know, there is no negative, so why we're talking about that? We're talking about these things because it will help us when we do problems that will have a negative value, okay? Then negative, right, 4, and this is a subtraction, right? This is the regular subtraction. And subtract 4, parentheses, a, which is negative 2, and then c, which is negative 20. And put parentheses. Parentheses indicates we're going to multiply. One other thing too, if there was no linear, no, not the linear, this is the, this is a constant. If there was no constant, c, then this will be 0, okay? If there was no linear term, this is the linear term, no coefficient linear term, if there wasn't any, then b would be 0. Then this would be 0, 0, and so forth, okay? It can happen that way, just to let you know. All right, so what else? So we divide by 2 times a, which is negative 2. All right, that's great. So let's use our calculator here, right? So we could put negative parentheses 13, right? And close parentheses if we like, but you'll see that that's negative 13. Okay? You know, a negative times a positive is a negative, and this is just 13. You could use your calculator for that. Most of us don't. Okay, 13 squared. Again, you can put parentheses to be sure, but in this case there is no negative in here, but you can still see the operation, 169. Now here, we will be a little bit careful. It's not subtract, It's going to be negative 4 times parentheses. And you don't necessarily have to have that multiplication symbol, but I did anyway. Negative 2, close parentheses. You can multiply again, parentheses. Negative 20, close parentheses. So a negative times a negative is positive. Times a negative is negative. So the answer is going to be negative. Yes, it is negative. Negative 160. And you can say, if the answer is negative, then 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 20 is 160. You can do it also this way, of course, negative 4. And then put the parentheses, negative 2, close it. Open the parentheses, negative 20, and then close it. And it gives you the same answer, negative 160. Okay, so we divide 2 times, so we go 2 times negative 2, enter, is negative 4, or 2 times parentheses negative 2, close parentheses, negative 4. Okay, and then we have equals. This is negative 13, plus or minus. Plus or minus tells us we have 2 answers because this is a quadratic, okay? And this is going to be the square root of, right? 169. So this is 169, take away 160, enter. That's going to give you 9, right? Divided by negative 4. And then here we can say negative 13 plus or minus. So we can take the square root, right? Second, x squared. And then here we have answer. So let's pick up the previous answer, which was a 9. So it would be 3. So the square root of 9 is 3, divided by negative 4. Okay. Then we have 2 answers. X equals negative 13 plus 3 divided by negative 4. And x equals negative 13, take away 3, divided by negative 4. Okay, let's do this answer here. All right. So if we want to do it all together, well, we can do it differently. Let's do it separately and then together, right? And then another way too. So we can do negative 13 plus 3 step by step will give you negative 10 divided by negative 4, right? And what we can say is negative 10 divided by negative 4 gives you 2.5. Some teachers might not want you to have, they want the fraction form. We'll do the fraction form in a minute. X equals right there, negative 13, take away 3. You press enter, is negative 16, divided by negative 4, right? So you have negative 16 here. We can just say divide. So take the previous answers, divide by negative 4, enter, and that gives you 4, right? This is also x. Now, is there a way to make this a fraction without, you could make 2.5 and you can ask it to be a fraction. Let me see if we can do that. We can put it over here, or actually probably maybe math, frac, right? That's the previous answer, so we don't want the previous answer. Maybe we go up here, enter, and then do the math, frac, take 2.5, make it a fraction. Yes, 5 over 2, right? But you can also go here in mode, go all the way down. And again, if this is going too fast, always pause and review and rewind. Then frac, see, answer, and I'm going to go frac, enter, quit. And what we can do is we can do the whole calculation together, but we would need a parentheses here. So, parentheses, negative 13 plus 3, close parentheses. Then divide by what? Negative 4. Enter. 5 over 2, you see that? Same thing over here. Parentheses, negative 13. I would put the parentheses. That's a takeaway. Go back. Takeaway. 3, close it, divide by negative 4. It gives you positive 4. Okay, now that we have this, is it possible to put this whole thing in the calculator to get 5 over 2? We should be able to. But in this case, we're going to have to put a parentheses here and then here as well. Okay, let's see if we can do it. So parentheses, I'm going to just say negative 13 because I already know that this is negative 13 automatically, right? Less parentheses, less to worry about, plus, but you can try it with parentheses and it should work, plus second square root, right? And then here, I don't need to put the parentheses here because there is no negative 13. But if there was, I would have to put the parentheses in there. But I can just say 13 squared. Okay. Subtract. That's important. That's a subtract. 4. Right. And then I would put parentheses. Negative 2. Close it. Parentheses. Negative 20. Close it. Yes, you could do multiply negative 2. Multiply negative 20 would be the same. But in this case, I put the parentheses. Yes, sometimes you don't put the parentheses. Sometimes you do. It all is a practice. Then, I'm still inside the radical, so I'm going to go outside the radical, and I'm going to put a parentheses. Okay, that's a parentheses there. And then divide, and then put parentheses right here, because I want to do this calculation here, parentheses, 2, and you can see times negative 2. So I can just say negative 2. You see that I didn't put a, without the, if you don't put the times, you could put a parentheses negative 2. So either way, let's see if this works. Okay, we got an answer of 5 over 2, which is the plus version of this, right? Now, let's go up here and copy it. And it's down here. And then let's scroll over here and see if we can change the positive or the plus sign, which is here. And let's say we can put a negative in here. Okay. And hopefully it'll go this path and give you a 4. And there it is, right? Okay. There's a lot. There's a lot there. And probably there's a function here that can do this type of thing very easily. You're like, oh, you can use, and I'm not sure where it is. You can use the solver to solve this. You don't need to do all these steps. That's true. And there's probably is a solver somewhere. The point here is that you have a formula. You find the coefficients. You make sure it's in the right orientation. And then, depending on these coefficients, right, you plug it into the formula. And the calculator, of course, is the thing that helps you check for your understanding, okay? Technically, you don't need the calculator to do these quadratics. And this way of solving the quadratic was using the quadratic formula. There are other ways of solving these quadratics, of course, by multiplying negative 2 times negative 20, and then you get a bunch of factors, and you do some, do some trial and error. But I hope you get an appreciation of how there's a mixture of things going on in here, of doing some, writing down the values, doing it by hand, and an appreciation doing your calculator. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. If you like these type of videos, please post it in the comment section. And if you like this content, please subscribe. Please give it a thumbs up. Please tell your friends, your teacher about these videos. And I hope you have a great semester. All right, bye-bye.